Hey everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria. Welcome to today's video. Today I'll be answering some questions from my coaching group. If you're interested in joining my coaching group to receive unlimited direct coaching from me for a lifetime, it's only $50 and the link is in the description box. This will be the last month that I'll be running my coaching unlimited lifetime coaching group for $50, so join while it's still at that sweet price. Okay, so first question. If I work out more, would I see a shift in weight sooner? Is exercise really about like losing weight? With exercise really about duration or intensity? So the first thing that I want to note is that losing weight on this lifestyle is all about the diet. So you really have to have the diet down, and that's where the weight loss initially comes from. They always say you can't out exercise a bad diet, right? So make sure you're eating a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet that is sufficient in calories. That will naturally boost the metabolism and encourage fat loss over time through a fat deficit in the diet. So you have increased metabolism from it and a fat deficit from it, so it allows you to burn body fat. Throwing exercise on top helps to, make that metabolic flame even stronger and bigger. So I recommend to get into a daily routine of doing some kind of cardiovascular exercise for 20 to 30 minutes. When it comes to fitness, you really want to have a base established. Figure out what you like to do, walk, run, cycle, rebound, and go from there. So I like to use the app Strava. I'm on Strava, Victoria Team Vegan. I'll leave my Strava name in the description box as well, so you guys can find me on there and give me a follow and see what I'm up to, as I do upload the majority of my training on Strava. So then I get, I find out from there, like, how much do I do every day, typically like an hour, and how much do I do on a weekly basis. It'll range anywhere from like 5 to, I think the most exercise I've ever done in a week has been like 10 hours. So kind of play around with it, but you want to avoid overtraining. You want to avoid overdoing it. So use Strava to figure out where your base fitness is at currently, what you're already doing in a week, exercise wise, or maybe if you're not doing anything, add that 20 to 30 minutes in a day, and then go up from there. Any amount of exercise that is supporting your fitness level is going to increase your metabolism. So, but just like with the diet, it can take a while for you to see changes in your body, but when you're building lean muscle tissue through exercise, you're building up your cardiovascular system, you're increasing your metabolism through doing the training regularly and then resting enough from it and then eating a diet that supports a high metabolism, you will get results over time, and that's what has happened for me. Once you have a base level of fitness established and you know how much you're training every week, then you can add in intensity. The thing with intensity, though, is that you have to be able to recover from it. So one of my downfalls when it comes to fitness is I really have a lot of other stuff going on in my life. So if I'm going to do intensity, I need to make sure that I don't go crazy with it and I get enough rest in afterwards. So I recommend, if you're going to just start with intensity, one intense session a week for about 5 minutes, where you're going all out, hurts but it hurts good type deal, can't breathe. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. When it comes to fitness, it's more about being consistent. So your duration every week, being consistent with it, and then consistent with the intensity, but only doing intensity like once a week, once every other week. That will raise your VO2 max enough that it's going to you're going to start seeing a difference with it. But if you're recovering from metabolic damage, you just have to be patient, and sometimes less can be more when it comes to that. Okay, next question. What do I eat in a day? So I've done a lot of what I eat in a day videos. I'll do maybe I'll film one tomorrow. So far today though, I have eaten, this was like half eaten when I got to it. Half of this watermelon was really good. And I had a half of a banana. And then exercise-wise, I went for a 20-minute jog at like a 10:30 pace with my kids. So I had a kid in the stroller, had the dog, and my other daughter was on her bike. And then I also did 20 minutes of isometric training on my rebounder. And then I'll probably take a bike ride later. So right now I average about like an hour of exercise a day, maybe an hour and a half. I love it. It makes me feel good. And I'm eating like raw till 4 fruit all day until about 4 or 5, 6 o'clock. And then I'll have my starch dinner, which is typically rice and potatoes and a buttload of vegetables, raw and cooked. So it's fruit all day. Maybe I'll have a little bit of sugar, like in a form of a popsicle or something. But I'm not having so much sugar right now. I just feel better without it. Probably because the fruit's getting really good, so I'm just desiring less sugar in general. Okay, so it's fruit all day, dates as well, but dates are fruit, so I'm kind of including those in there. And then starch and greens at night. Anything I changed to accelerate weight loss? So weight loss really comes down to being consistent on this lifestyle long term and not stressing your body out. So you can stress your body out by not eating enough. You can stress your body out by not resting enough. You can stress yourself out with just like daily life stuff. So the whole idea is to keep yourself low stressed, fit by doing regular exercise, and healthy by eating this low fat, high carb, plant-based vegan diet. So am I still trying to lose or maintain weight? I don't really think about my weight in that regard because I've come to learn on this lifestyle that it's more about being consistent with the lifestyle, and the results come from that. So I've come to accept, and it's really important that anybody who's doing this lifestyle comes to accept where they are at currently, and that if their body changes or as their body changes, you just accept it. So when I initially came onto this lifestyle of coming from a low carb diet, a low calorie diet, lots of fasting. I was underweight for my height, and I just started, hyperphagia kicked in, and I just started eating everything high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan. I was eating mostly fruits and vegetables, but some like higher calorie density foods like juice and stuff, but really it was just like a lot of fruits and vegetables. I still gained a lot of weight, and that could be partly due to genetics. It could be partly due to, under eating for so long. But I knew what I wanted to do was to get healthy. And I knew that the way I was doing it was healthy. I think that something that could have helped me at the time was actually eating more raw till 4 versus like being stuck in eating just fruits and vegetables. Like I think adding the starch component in probably would have satiated me better and potentially capped my weight gain. But who knows, like I am where I am now, and I'm happy with that. And so because my mindset was just accepting of what changes my body went through, it didn't really matter to me what my weight was. And I knew that over time, doing a healthy diet and living a healthy lifestyle, no matter what, my weight would come back down into a normal healthy range. And that's what it's done. So after my weight gain kind of capped off around, like, I'd say it was definitely at the high end of the normal range of the BMI scale, maybe even into the overweight category, like for a very short period of time. And then it just came down, and then it stayed around like 22, 23 BMI, stayed that way through my pregnancies. And it stayed that way effortlessly. Like I didn't have to do anything to be a 23, 22, 23 BMI. And now that I haven't had kids in a while, I'm wrapping up breastfeeding, my body's getting fitter, like now I'm coming down to a 21 BMI, and it's been effortless as well. So that's really what you want to focus on. Like I'm never trying to now force my body to do anything. Like I want to eat to feel healthy. I want to exercise to feel strong and energized. So your focus shifts off of a number on the scale and it shifts into how you feel on a regular basis. And I've always made changes to my diet and lifestyle based on how I feel. So lately I felt really tired. So I've been prioritizing just sleeping in versus getting up and being productive. And then that translates to better productivity because now I'm better rested. So I hope that that makes sense. That's it for today's video. Leave any comments or questions down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.